I added Regitube into Pokemon Black and White as an actual Pokemon, which you can try out yourself by the end of the video. But let's rewind and start from the beginning. How did I do this? And what even is Regitube? Just like with anything that's of quality and worth your time these days, the first time Regitube made an appearance was on the ever so beloved TikTok as a shitpost that has 3.6 million views at the time of writing this script, where in the video is showcased an action of a kid piling on as many swimming tubes as possible, then, well, just walking away like the Giga Chad he is. And of course, when you present something of this comedic degree to the internet, I'm sure you can guess the outcome, especially when it comes to the Reggie memes and whatnot else. And, of course, when any popular fan-made Pokemon design comes along, there's always a crowd that comes along with it to compete and make the most ridiculous, yet honestly hilarious, competitive build, set, stats, and all the other quality content you can think of. But of course, we can't forget the third crowd, the ones that attempt to make it be as real as possible, aka, hi, yeah, I'm one of those guys, count me in this group. So not only I'll take advantage of a rare occasion of a Fakemon design blowing up by adding and making it playable in Gen 5, but I'll do all the other stuff in the background like the level up moves, stats, and other stuff, which you can give yourself a go after this video and let me know how broken it is. Cause yeah, of course I have to go for this specific set proposed and shared around on the internet. Did you really think I was going to pass up this juicer of a content goldmine? So, pushing that aside for a moment, let's go over how I accomplished this challengingly fun task, while you also get an understanding of this and may even get inspired to give it a shot yourself. Of course, for those who are new, I started out as usual for making an animated sprite in the GIF format, but it won't be as simple as just throwing that in. I'm just making that as the ideal version, while looking out for my fan game pals out there as well. Instead, I'll take a static frame of the sprite, find a Pokemon in Gen 5 that fits the shape the best, overlay and replace the body parts with Regitubes while taking the invisible borders in mind, then package it up and put it back into the game, which I repeat for the back sprite as well, but that's only the beginning. I go into the data and text side of the game with a separate program to modify all of the instances of Regirock's name being mentioned and replace them with Regitube instead. We can't add any new Pokemon into the game, so our only option is to replace the old with new like you've already seen. After completing the rewrite, I head into a ROM editor where I go and modify the type, compatible HMTM moves, abilities, and all of the rest, while keeping the goofy Regitube set post in mind. Then soon after, I start creating the signature move Bubble Burst by reworking Bubble Beam into the new move. Now I know that some other Pokemon will now have this move, and I could go through all the Pokemon that learn it and remove it from their learn sets, but be honest here. Would you really care if I did it either way? I mean, fighting fire with fire is more fun in the end anyways. Oh, and don't forget to add in Regitube as a first route encounter. Had some buggy issues with changing the starter, as you may imagine, so let's take this compromise in the meantime. Going back into the text editor for a few times to fix and replace any text I still needed for the move, Regitube and all other stuff, I soon after go for the final thing left, except the things I still haven't figured out how to change, the level up moveset editor. I try to make it somewhat balanced by adding a fair amount of fitting coverage and mostly keep the power to a minimum due to the insane stat spread and the signature move already, though by the end of it, I kind of stopped giving a crap. Now that all of that is said and done, while also dedicating a whole day of bug fixing in the background, for which I'll keep you in blissful ignorance about, so that your pure ears and eyes can stay clean. Here are some of the highlights and clips from me giving a go in the actual game, like giving it a look from both sides, having Bubble Burst work actually as intended, well, except the game being a bit dyslexic and stubborn by saying Bubble Beam instead of Bubble Burst. But let me have a sip of that blissful ignorance as well, thank you. Now that we made through the majority of the video, I'll thank you for not skipping and watching, unless you're on Delibird's naughty list this year and you all know who you are. How do you get your grubby little hands on this hack yourself in the meantime? Well, pretty simple. In the description down below, there's a link to the game, but you'll need a password to open the file that contains the ROM, which is, I watched the video. Alright, I kept you long enough. Go enjoy early Christmas with a hack, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and subscribe with the button I made light up just now. But otherwise, go check out the previous video for more in-depth Gen 5 ROM hacking, and stay tuned for more.